Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is Saturday morning. I think it's almost 10:30, but it feels later because we've been up for a while. Well, we got up early and then yeah, I decided to go back to sleep because I just wanted to get more sleep. So I actually feel like I can sleep all day, but time to get up and make some breakfast. So got hash browns going there. Got some bacon in the oven, and I took the advice of putting parchment paper on there to minimize my cleanup. So I double layered the parchment paper, so that should be better for the cleanup. Alright, so just going to have hash browns, bacon, eggs, the normal, and then not sure what's going on today, but it'll be in the house. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Alright everyone, so it is supper time on this Saturday night, and I haven't recorded anything since breakfast. So I'm just making a simple pot of spaghetti, no ground beef, no nothing, just spaghetti sauce. And I'm doing some garlic bread on the rolls we got at the food pantry. So I got the spaghetti noodles boiling right now, and that's all we're having for supper. Okay, so I'm just taking these rolls that we got at the pantry on Thursday, and I used them for pizzas last night, and tonight I'm using them for garlic bread for our spaghetti. So I just cut them and butter them and put some garlic powder on them. That's it. These rolls are actually good in the oven for about 6 to 8 minutes. They're real kind of airy inside, so they're not like a really packed bread. And you put them in the oven, and they're so good, even with just butter on them. But putting garlic bread or garlic powder is also good. All right, so I got all 4 of them buttered. I'm just going to throw some garlic powder on them, and that's going to be our garlic bread. So the lighting might be a little low. I don't even have the regular kitchen light on. I've got the Christmas lights and the ring light on. And the ring light is on a lower yellow ambient color. And that's what I'm working with. I've got the stove light on to see what I'm doing on the stove. But I'm enjoying the ambience of Christmas lights. I like low light settings. Alright everyone, so here is our Saturday night supper. Just some plain spaghetti with garlic bread. And that's going to be it. I don't know if I'm going to record anything else, so I may end up picking this video up tomorrow. So we'll see about that. Hey everyone, so fast forward to Sunday afternoon. Yeah, like I said, I didn't record much for Saturday, so fast forward to Sunday. It's almost 12:30, and we've kind of been like decompressing this weekend. So we've been sleeping on and off through the morning. We got up at 5:30 this morning, and we had waffles and bacon for breakfast. And then we fell asleep again. Then we got up, and then we fell asleep. We're just so tired. So now it's almost 12:30, and we're going to eat lunch. So I just came in from the garage, went shopping in our chest freezer. So we're going to have some hot dogs for lunch. If you recall, I bought that big pack of hot dogs from Aldi some time ago, and we've got 8 of them left. So I'm going to defrost a pack of 4 and put the other one in the freezer here in the kitchen. So we're going to have that for lunch, and we've got some ketchup, mustard, relish for Glenn's, and I got tomatoes to cut up for mine. Brought in some butter for any baking I do this week, and I made cinnamon rolls some time ago, and then I put the remainder of the cinnamon roll dough in the freezer, so I brought that in to make, maybe I'll do those tomorrow. Today I think I'm going to bake something else. And then brought in some chicken tenders for tonight's supper, which I'm going to be making the butter noodles with chicken in it for tonight. We'll have the leftovers for lunch tomorrow, and for tomorrow night I'll be making the chado beans, which I didn't make at all this weekend. I'll be making those for Glenn. And usually when I make a pot of beans, I just refry some for myself and have like a bean and cheese taco or something. So that's our plan for our meals for the next couple of days. And yeah, and Gypsy is doing well. We've been giving her her pain medicine. And so yeah, she's doing very well. She's back, pretty much back to normal. Even though she's in recovery mode, she thinks she can play now, so we have to stop her from any horseplay or running or jumping or anything like that. So it's just a matter of keeping an eye on her, but she is doing very well. So thank you all for your well wishes for Gypsy. All right, so I'm going to defrost these hot dogs so we can get lunch going. All right, so these two are going to be for Glenn. These hot dog buns are really soft. These are Kroger brand hot dog buns, and they are super soft. They are the softest, more softer than butternut or any brand out there. They're really good. All right, so just threw the hot dogs in the microwave for about 40 seconds after defrosting them. So, all right. So yesterday was kind of cold. Yesterday was like bittery cold. Today's a little warmer. It's like 30 degrees right now. I looked at the forecast for my birthday, and it's supposed to be cloudy. So I'm hoping for the cloudy day on my birthday. I always look at the 10-day forecast just to see what to expect. Not that they're ever right. All right, I'm going to take Glenn his, and then I'm going to come back and cut my tomatoes, and I'll sit down and probably watch a Christmas movie on this Sunday afternoon. All right, so I'm just going to cut some tomatoes. These are the smaller, I think they're called Campari tomatoes. I get at Pick and Save. I like to get these over the regular sized tomatoes because they're always more ripe than those. So, and just to tell you the story why I like to eat just tomatoes on my hot dogs. One, because I like the taste. But it also always reminds me, this is a mom's story. Me and my mom used to hang out a lot when I was a teenager. And this is while all teenagers were hanging out with other teenagers. And I did that sometimes with my other friends. But I hung out a lot with my mom. We used to go to the mall and the afternoon movie theater and go out to eat lunch. And yeah, I was in high school at the time. And we used to have a place called Casper's Hot Dog. And if any of you are from California, Northern specific, I don't know if they had them in Southern at that time. Casper's Hot Dog had like big foot-long hot dogs that had a snap to them. And that was my mom's favorite. And we used to go to lunch there all the time and eat hot dogs and just have mother-daughter time, I guess. And I used to just eat hot dogs there with tomatoes on it. So yeah, it just, some of it is kind of just for memories, and some of it's because I like the taste. I never let it go. So yeah, that's the story of why I just have tomatoes on my hot dogs. Now, if the hot dogs are put on the grill, like to get them blackened a little bit, then it's just ketchup on it, because that's just the way you can eat them. You just have to have ketchup on that. But just like this, it's tomatoes, and I throw a little bit of salt on it, and then that's it. I'll have some, I don't know if I'll have Pringles or just Lay's potato chips. But I'm going to throw my hot dogs in the microwave, and we'll be good to go. All right. Get my hot dogs done, get a Christmas movie on, and just veg. Hope you're having a good weekend as it comes to an end today. Let me show you what I bought. Got these at Pick and Save, cherry cordials. And I don't know if you've ever had them or seen them, but they're like a moon pie with a cherry filling in there. And they're by Little Debbie's. I love these. They come out every Christmas time and they go fast. So I should have bought a couple boxes, but I bought this one, and yeah, sorry. I absolutely love these at Christmas time. So yeah, I'll probably have one with my lunch. All right, so stay tuned. Not sure what's next. All right, everyone, so I decided to watch on Tubi TV some of the lesser known Christmas movies, unlike Hallmark, Miracle on Christmas. And from what I could see so far, it's about a family whose the husband slash father gets a diagnosis that he only has so long to live. So we're going to watch it and see what it's about and how this movie is. I'll let you know. But yeah. This is Sunday afternoon. This is our window. This is the window that goes out to the hallway. But you can see all our decorations here. This is the floor. I usually line up the floor with stuff. These snowmen that are lit up on that end and on this end over here. These were Glenn's Ma's, so these are vintage snowmen. Yep, I always line up the floor with stuff. And then we got the life-size snowman that we got at a garage sale after we bought the house. And that life-size snowman was like $2. And then we got our Christmas village, which I need to light up. I need some lights in there, but that's our Christmas village. And yep. So this is what our Christmas looks like in the house. And I'll still have more footage for you. I got all my DVDs, my Christmas DVDs down there. I'll show you those sometime. But, alright, I'm going to finish my lunch and watch this movie. Alright, everyone, so it is now 3:30 in the afternoon on this Sunday. And I am going to make some cookies. I'm going to make some what they called super soft sugar cookies, and this is not my recipe. I got this from Six Sister Stuff. They have a video with their 10 favorite holiday cookies or Christmas cookies, so I got this recipe from that video. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to use 3/4 cup of softened butter. So 3/4 cup being one entire stick plus half of another stick. So I'm going to add 3/4 cup of sugar to that. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix it. I just almost knocked over my eggs. All right. Alright, so to this, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 eggs. and 3 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that. Alright, so to this I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt and 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm also going to add 2 1/4 cups of flour. And I think I'm going to mix it in slowly. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of flour at a time. Oops. There it goes. It wouldn't be a Karina video. And then I'm just going to finish mixing this. Okay, so yes, I got flour all over the counter, all over my shirt. But like I said, wouldn't be a Karina video if I didn't. Alright, so I'm just going to take my spatula here and just get all the sides mixed into it. It's going to be kind of sticky. Okay, so this is where you're going to stop with the dough. And you're going to go ahead and cover it with plastic wrap and throw it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to chill. Okay, so I got my cookie dough covered and I'm going to throw it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to clean up this mess and start making the frosting. Alright everyone, so the cookie dough has been chilling for about a half hour, actually even longer because I let it sit in there while I was finishing up dishes. And so now I'm going to go ahead and make some cookie dough balls, put them on here, and then we'll go from there. So as I've said in the past, I used a tablespoon measuring spoon for the size of my cookies. If I go a little heaping, that's fine. Oops. And then you're just going to roll them into cookie dough balls. And place them on your cookie sheet. I'm going to go ahead and fill up this cookie sheet and then I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I filled up this cookie sheet with only 9. Normally I can get 12. But what I did was instead of using the measurement, I just made them a little bigger. I went ahead and took the ones I did off, made them a little bigger because they actually are still sticky, so it was really hard to get out of there. So I just picked up dough and just put it on there. So I'm not sure how big they're going to spread out to. So I'm only going to do 9 on my first run. So now I'm going to do is take the bottom of a glass and press it down a little bit. Supposed to come off. It looks so much easier in the video. Just to flatten it out a little bit. And yeah, that's what they did, so that's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do to the rest of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the dough balls from the dough. And you're going to cook them or bake them at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. All right, everyone. So you probably guess that you need some flour in this process. Even when I go into the cookie dough to grab some out to make the dough balls, I lightly floured my hand after each dough ball because that is really sticky. And for flattening them out, I put flour in a little plate like this and just basically dip the cup in there and just press down, and then it worked much better. The only thing is you actually have to do it every time, every single cookie dough, every single cookie ball. So I don't, yeah, see, the second time you use the same dip of flour, it starts to stick. So I just lightly dip it after each one. And that's it. All right, so I got the first batch in the oven on this cookie sheet. This cookie sheet is a little bigger, so I got 12 on there. So this one's ready to go. All right. All right, everyone, so I have baked all the cookies now, and with that dough and the size of the dough balls that I make, for the size, I'm going to say it was probably about 1.5 tablespoons for each dough ball, and it made 31 cookies. So this is how they look. I actually even tasted one without the frosting. It tastes good. It actually has a good taste. So these are pretty much cooled. These just got out of the oven. So while they're all cooling off, I'm going to go ahead and make the frosting now. Okay, so we are going to make the frosting. It's a buttercream frosting. We're going to add, this is right here is 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. And I didn't sift it or anything. I just put it in there. This is 3 tablespoons of softened butter. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and mix this. Yeah, here goes powder all over the place again. Okay, now we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of milk. And 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla. And now we're going to mix this, and that should be it. This should be fun. Okay, as you can see, there's powder all over the mixer. Yeah, white powder went everywhere again. Now, what I notice is when you make frosting or icing or whatever, once you put vanilla in, it gives it an off-white color. I notice when I don't put vanilla in, then I have an all-white, pretty much a white frosting. But that's okay. All right, so I'm ready to frost these. These are nice and cooled off. So I want to taste one right away. Yeah, I guess it is kind of, it is really kind of a white frosting. From the bowl, it actually looked more like a off-white frosting, but when you put them on the cookie, it looks more white. I'm not sure how far that frosting, those ingredients are going to go for the cookies, so I'm going to put that on for now. And you could sprinkle them. I thought I had red sprinkles for Christmas, but I only have the green ones, so I'm going to put some sprinkles on them. I'll have to get some red sprinkles. Or you can put like little candies or whatever. I'm going to taste this now. That's pretty good. Nice little cookie. Yeah, I like it. It's got kind of like a little crispy edge, but soft, really soft in the inside. You can see the inside there. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and frost the others and then put them on this cookie sheet. Alright everyone, so before I frost all the cookies, I wanted to get the chicken going for supper because it takes a little longer to cook. So I just took some chicken tenders and cut them up in little cubes or whatever. And then, yeah, I'll go ahead and cook these. And while these are cooking, then I'll frost the cookies. I'm putting some dishes away right now so I can clean up the rest of the mess. And then, yeah, so I'll be cooking supper at the same time as frosting the cookies. Alright everyone, so I got all the cookies frosted, and they all didn't fit on this cookie plate. So I just sprinkled some on here, and the rest are on the cooling rack. I don't have any, obviously, I didn't want to sprinkle without something under it. And the frosting was enough to cover all the cookies. So the cookie size, they're probably about 2 to 3 inches in size. I would say 2.5 inches in size for cookies. So yeah, that frosting, the amount of the ingredients is enough to cover all the cookies. And I even went through and gave a couple of the cookies a second coat that were a little thinner on the frosting, but the frosting is starting to harden a little bit. So yeah, cookies are done. They taste good. So dessert's done already. You just got to start boiling the butter noodles. Get the water boiling for supper. Alright everyone, so here is our supper. Just some butter noodles with chicken in it. And I'm going to have applesauce. This is mango peach. And Glenn is having some peas with his. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I appreciate the support. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.